They were better than us in terms of possession. They beat us, try to uh, make an overload, especially in the middle third, and we couldn't interrupt their line of passes. And the way they moved the ball was really tough for us to block them, to close the space. We weren't compact enough, and they were able, with the technique they have, pretty high level, and unfortunately, we couldn't match up most of the time. And we fought, we did our best, but it wasn't good enough. And the fact that they managed the ball in a good way, in a proper way, they knew when to attack, when to hold the ball, and that's something that we need to learn, like how to attack or when to attack, when to hold the ball, and it's something that the quality of they showed today. That's unfortunately that thing that we couldn't do as much. That's the point. They overload us in the different uh, areas of the field.
Well, David, I know it's been a difficult three-game stretch where the team has only scored once in the round seven, but defensively, just how do you just keep correcting the mistakes, especially after that first goal tonight, where I just kind of felt like there was a communication breakthrough with between the defensive line and the spacing that was going on.
We are not compact enough. The lines are too stretched, and that's why they have taken advantage of the space we are giving up, especially through the lines, and that happened in the goals that we saw. And we need to go from the back all the way to the forward, and we need to start by being more secure and more solid defensively. And the more strong we are at the back, the more confidence we give to the guys in the front. The goal, unfortunately, we haven't had too many opportunities to score, and the ones that we have had uh, uh, hasn't been taken the way it used to be or it should be. So we need to touch base in our principles, try to come back to our style of play and start from the back, try to keep the zero in the back, and then we move forward. This is we need to come back to the basis.
And the last one, it's you guys have been going through a lot recently, but seeing one of your teammates come back, Frank Lopez, just how much of an encouraging sign is it to see one of the teammates that's been with you the last season and a half that he's been here to really just try to get him going, just from a conditioning standpoint?
Actually, we need every single of our teammates. Fran is one of the values we have as a players, and in the team, we need everyone at this point. The characteristics that Fran gives us or the gives to the team are special. We don't have that type of player, and as long as he's in a good shape, he's healthy, he will be able to help us a lot. Obviously, we are waiting for the ones that are in the process to be 100% recovered, but we cannot just give the responsibility to them. Now it's up to us, the ones that are healthy, the ones that are on the field, to need to figure it out and get out of this tough situation that we are going through.
Shadow, do you have a question for him?
Sure, 1 second. Good morning from Germany, Mr. Cabezas. I have a question about the game, of course, and the next game against Monterrey, because you as a veteran are, of course, there to lead the younger players and the young guys in the back line and in the midfield. And it's hard for them settling in because we are conceding so many goals in the last games and in the season. How can you help them with your experience to, let's say, learn from the mistakes and to get the mood back on track? Because I don't think this current situation will help them be fine mentally in the next few days and maybe weeks.
It's not easy when you are falling in the same mistakes over and over again. And we are in that part of the season, 3 games in a row, same mistakes. The coach and the staff has been showing us what we need to improve on, and we haven't made the adjustments enough or correctly. It needs to come from us. We need to self-reflect and self-assess, because we are a team, and without the other, we can improve. So it's about team. It's about each one of us see himself, try to bring what the team needs from or request in a sense, but it cannot happen again. Because now we are lacking of confidence, and from one game to another making the same mistakes, we need to stop somehow. I think we need to watch the game again. I know it's gonna hurt, but we cannot see ourselves anymore like that. It's embarrassing. So we need to have the capacity, we need to be mentally strong to be able to overcome the situation, but go straight to the point. And the point is, we cannot make any more mistakes in the back. Silly mistakes.
Good.